Eric Burgess here with Music Marketing TV. You have heard what we are going to be making in the introduction to this video. So let's go ahead and get making it. First thing we're going to do, we're going to get rid of the default samples. I'll delete to do that. Next, we're going to load up a Twin 3. We need a funky bass line. Let's get a funky bass line going. We're going to go for 88 beats per minute. Let's hear what that tempo sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's come in. Let's get some Midi down. We're going to go for something, yeah, right around there. Let's start with a default clean. And we're going to mess with some cool bass ideas. Maybe something that goes doom, doom, and then some sort of a repeating figure up to two. Gaps of 2 are good at this scale. And then we'll take this, we'll go again, we'll go up, dun, 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 and then we'll go up to an D, down, E flat, I should say, then down, and this is going to come down, shift to do that. And then, yeah, that's fine. And then we'll go to the half step move. Let's hear how that sounds. Ooh, my goodness. We'll go down. And then down like that. And maybe a long one. Who knows? Yeah. Okay, we're going to roll with this. I'm going to hit right click, hit A to do that. We're going to call this bass line. We're going to give this a black color because it's the bass line. We're going to rename this bass. Let's rename it with properness. There we go. And then we're going to get rid of this. Alt delete. You have to have at least one channel at pretty much all times. Otherwise, I don't know, it freaks out or something. With this, let's go ahead and customize this. Move it on over here. First thing I want to do, let's have the filter move. We will add a envelope generator. We're going to have this modulate the frequency. We're going to set this low and leave it positive. So it's going to jump up and then come down. Something like this. I don't know if, do we want sustain? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to make this pretty big. Yeah, we'll give it some resonance. Maybe not. Maybe we just put the resonance here. And then we change it to like 2. It's moving so much. That's part of the problem. So we might not want any resonance. We might go ahead and set this back to like here and add resonance as a static point somewhere in the spectrum. Wish we had like a keyboard here. That could be pretty handy. So what we could do to make this move around without having it like take on the characteristics of this motion is we could keyboard track it. So we'll go ahead, we'll put this on and we'll give it a 1-to-1 keyboard mapping. And now it follows it around. So we could pick like an area that it follows. Yeah, maybe a bit more of like a nasally kind of a thing. That could be kind of cool. Let's go ahead and add some drums. Now I have some loops that we can run with just so that we're not getting distracted by drums a bunch here. Come on over here. I'm going to go with this one. I was using it earlier, and so why not? We'll try this. I'm going to add it as an audio track. That way it gets its own track assigned and everything. We're just going to color this orange. That's my drum color so that we know what's going on. We'll color you orange as well. Way too loud. Okay, cool. So we're going to roll with this 4 times. We are going to get a strong loop going first. So next, let's add ourselves a sick little ARP. We're going to go ahead and grab another Twin 3. This one is going to be playing chords. The chords are pretty well outlined already. We'll start with C minor. I'm going to write in, do I want to write in the ARP? We'll start with just a standard ARP doing its own thing. So we're going to go C. We're going to hold shift and click, bring these over. We're going to chop this here. And this is like a different inversion. So we'll just take that up an octave. Why not? And then we go up to E. It would be cool to do this, but then change it. What would be E? It'd be E, G, B flat, right? So we already got E flat, G. We need a B flat here. What if we did that? And then there's this stepwards motion down. And then one more motion at the end. So we'll do another halfway split. We'll match this. So we'll go D. What would be E flat? If we move that down to a D, the G can stay. The B flat, that honestly could probably stay as well. And then if we do that, do we want to bring this? We could bring that up at the last second. Okay, so I know it sounds like craziness, but what you got to do is we'll leave this alone. Maybe we just let this do its thing. We're going to come in and go to the Midi. We're going to go to the up. We're going to give it a range of 2 and a pretty high gate. So these are going to be like pop, 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 pop. Got to change that major chord. It's not going to work there. We're going to go ahead, bring this up. We're going to bring the verb way back. Is there a delay? Yeah, we're going to get rid of that too. We're going to take this down an octave. Okay, we're going to make this minor. Whoops, wrong key. If you hold control, it goes octave. Shift is a single note. Heck no, we're not doing that. Hold on. Okay, I think I am going to keep this chord. Let's try an octave up real quick. Let's go for shorter notes. So we're going to make this attack a bit like that. We're going to bring the release in. And then for a bit of a Pluck-esque sound, we'll bring this down. I mean, it's basically a Pluck. I mean, I don't think the sustain's doing anything for us here, really. Because we have the gate so short now. So let's mess with the gate a little bit more. We have a longer one. Now we can try the delay out. What is it synced to? Quarter notes. Try eighth notes. And it's got some back and forth. It's kind of cool. Bring this back into the mix. I'm going to assign it a spot in the mix. It's already in there as one thing, so I'm just going to sort of nest it. We'll call this like ARP, and we'll give it like a blue. I tend to give like harmonic stuff blue things. I kind of color. Sometimes instruments have a color to me, but a lot of the times like drums are generally just orange. Stuff that's like harmonic, there's a lot of stuff that fits in that category, so I tend to make them just like a bluish color, typically like a lighter color. So it sounds like this. Okay, next thing, we're going to go for another twin 3. I kind of want to experiment with a pad, but a pad all the time might be a little bit much. So ear candy may be the better way to go. For this, I think fast little arpeggiations off of an echoey, reverbed out sine wave with perhaps a glide could be cool. So if I come in and we come over here and we go to clean, we choose a sine wave and we give it a reverb, we give it a delay. You know, it's going to be doing stuff like something like that. Octave up higher. And we got to do it like in interesting ways. So like at the beginning, this comes in. So part of the things that make these lines interesting, we'll call this ear candy sign, and we'll assign this a track. We'll call this the sine wave thing, and we're going to make this an A. And we'll give it the color green because I'm going to treat this a little bit more like an effect than anything else. We're going to come in, and what makes it interesting is, we're going to strike right here. Right here-ish. And we want this. Let's put it on the same thing so we can see our reference notes that we got to work with. It can be kind of fun to do this, and let's go ahead and have them all fill out. I'm holding Alt to drag them. So having it go in the straight order may not be the best move. A D to another D. Oh, you know what? This chord, though, is kind of a G chord, I believe. Yeah, it's basically a G minor chord. So this would be... I don't think it matters too much with the arpeggiation. I guess we'll find out. We're going to go up to the D. Then we're going to go up to the G. And we'll do something sort of interesting like that. And we're going to take these notes, all the notes, we'll select them like this. We're going to squish them into a smaller region. So first off, let's move this over here. And we're going to make this weird number of notes fit into this space. Like that. Now this isn't a ton of notes. How this works. If we go up an octave and we make all the notes, all the notes short. Okay, down an octave might be kind of cool. Maybe we just take that down. What if we have a second one that comes after it and it's an octave up? No, it loses its magic if you do that. So we're going to go ahead and make these all longer again. And we're going to add a couple more notes. So I'm going to put this back before we squished it so that we have room to add some notes. We'll come back down. So we'll take this, go down. Something like that. So it kind of matches. Okay, so we're going to take this, squish this in to where it perfectly fits. And then we're going to make these like really choppy. And then we need to have I'll take the delay. Oh man, what if this is like really low? Holy cow, that would be crazy. Something like that. And let's link the velocity to the volume. Kind of wish this was done by default. We want it like this. We want the velocity low, the volume all the way up so that it'll basically play the volume that you want. Or right click on volume, link to velocity button. That'd be cool too. We're going to have something like that. Maybe as we get the lower. Okay. A lot of effort for that. And I want a big fat bass that's like so we're gonna put this down. We're gonna call this the fat bass. There's already a couple basses presets that work well as a fat bass. We'll go ahead and put this up here, and we're gonna add it into the main thing since we're still working on the same idea. There's some in the bass category. If you could take a look, there's flavor 1, flavor 2. We might need to fatten it up a little bit, but it will serve us as a decent starting point. We'll come in and we're going to go. The tuning also sounds kind of strange. Let's hear this. Yeah. Something like that. Da-da-da-da-da, 1 and 2 and 1. So something like that. And I know we want da-na-na-na, something like that. So this is, what are we on? What is our thing on? Half steps? Show me just regular old steps. Those are our 16th notes. So this is going to be really fast, isn't it? Do. Okay, yeah, we want the half steps. We want the half steps here. 1 and 2 and 1. So maybe we do. Let's try out just straight first. Was this what we want? Okay. Let's fix up the sound first really quick. So first thing I'm thinking, fuzz. We need a fuzz thing. So we're going to take the drive off here. And this is already going to a spot. Let's add a Saturn 2 to this. There are some for guitar that could be kind of cool. One with fuzz in the name. Yeah, that's the problem with the guitar stuff. Is they always sort of high mid stuff. Okay, maybe not that one. Let's go for clean. We're going to go up something like this. And we just want something kind of fat. We'll go for warm take. And we're going to take the bass actually a lot lower. Isn't that crazy how much that is still there? Oh, let's go for a Q4. Even though we've ducked it so much. We don't want to kill it. We just want to tame it. Okay, I think there-ish. Bring the spread up. And we're gonna give it a unison, not 64. Holy bananas! No, thank you. We're gonna give this a higher breathing room too for this. Yeah, maybe less. Oh my gosh, that sounds like friggin' liquid. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I heard. Oh man. Lower, perhaps? I don't know. I don't know if lower. Right there, and then this hits as its own. So I'm using a thing where if the notes overlap, you know, they just sound nicer. But then you get that hard attack on the next one. At this point, I start looking at vocals, building out a song a little bit more, perhaps looking at some additional drums, making my own drum loop potentially, or if I want to run with this one, like kind of what that would look like. We should also save it. I don't even know what I should call it. We'll just call it Bring It Back. A nice generic name. Because you know, if I eventually get like a rapper or something on this, I want to give them room to sort of do whatever they want to do. We could you know, bring it back down. Just bring it back. I don't know. You can run with this idea or you can name it something else. So here is our final result. Pretty cool. If you have any questions about anything you saw here, let me know. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.